Okay, today it is Wednesday, December 2, 2020, and I'm going to be observing the market. It is 8:49, actually it's 8:50, so it has been 20 minutes since the market opened. Let's take a look at what's happening. This is the futures, ESZ20. It opened today down. It opened lower right here. This is the 65-minute candle. It's still in an uptrend, but it's kind of a little pullback to the 10-minute. In the 5-minute view, here is the, I'm sorry, the 15-minute view. Let me try a 5-minute view. That's the 5-minute view. On this one, on this one. Okay, that's the 5-minute view. You see that it opened lower under the moving averages, and it's starting to, is within the opening range, which is, this is the 15-minute range. It opened there and it's trying to bounce back up. Let's see what my different stocks look like. Here's the view of the different stocks. So everybody is pretty much the same. Apple opened lower. This is the 5-minute view, and it's trying to. No, I'm sorry. This is the, no. This is the 15-minute view. Let me change to a 5-minute. This is a 5-minute grid. So here is Apple, Adobe. Pretty much everybody opened lower and they're trying to move up. Okay, except for Netflix, which is still dropping more, but everybody's trying to come back up. There you go. So this is the view of everyone, which is pretty similar to what's happening. Look at, this is the, this is actually the S&P market, which is already reversed completely and moving, reclaiming the 10 and 20 moving average. The Nasdaq futures is still under the moving average, is fighting to climb up. Everybody's doing the same. I can say that this is a bottoming tail. I don't see a bottoming tail here, but I see like a double bottom and bouncing. So it could be safe to say that if I want to enter a position, I like to see somebody that is stronger, that shows some strength. So let's look for that. Let me move out of here so we keep an eye on what the market is doing. Oh, by the way, let me see the internals. So if we check the internals, the ticks are positive right now, but barely. The VIX is starting to drop. It opened higher. This is the 5-minute view. So it opened higher and then tried to drop, continue back up and trying to drop again. The advanced and decline. The advanced is climbing, but on the Nasdaq barely. And the volume, advance and volume decline, is flat on the Nasdaq and is trying to climb on the S&P. So the internals show a little bit of a struggle. Okay, and then of course, this is my other view of the internals. Here is in an hourly, sorry, 30-minute basis, the NDX. So this is Nasdaq, and this is the volume compared to yesterday. So it's about the same. It's in gray. So let's look at my stocks. Let's see what I have. Let me open the other, my ordering window. This is Apple. Apple in the 5-minute is climbing, but is still under the day range. Is about half of the range. Let's see, Adobe is moving up, but it's under. Costco, everybody's under the moving averages, on the 5-minute moving average, I mean. So for a day trade, that's a tough one. This is Lulu. Lulu is been climbing steadily for the past few days. You can see here my entry would be at the opening range breakout right here, but it has a space. It has moved only 441 of an ATR of 1138. So just for illustration purposes, let's place a, let's see what's the high is. Let me see what's the highs here. Let's do, I'm gonna do 10 shares to see how that goes. Okay, so that's my Lulu. MVAX is also moving strongly here. It has moved 10 of the 12, so it's pretty close to ATR here. I don't know why the ATR is only 12. Okay, maybe because it was very small in the past few days and very large in the recent days. Like this one here is pretty large. It's from a high of 150 and a low of 120, so that's right there is 30. That range is 30 points. So averaging it out with all these small guys, it comes out to 1224. So in reality, this could move much higher. So should we enter this? I don't know. Let's keep an eye on it. I'm keeping an eye on the market itself. The SPY seems to be breaking out of opening range. Okay, and it looks like I just entered Lulu. Let me check. So Lulu, yeah, I just entered Lulu with a 10 share. This is all for testing my my recordings here. This is the volume. It's really climbing on the positive side. It's 174,000 and climbing. So this is my indicator that shows me the activity, and here is my time and sales. So large buys are not many. There have been only 4 so far this morning. Daily volume is not big either. It's only 145,000 shares in the first 20-30 minutes. So it's not that fantastic, but hey, I have a lot of space here to move up. So let's keep an eye on this baby. I'm keeping an eye on the market. Let me see what else, if we can go and hunt a little bit more over here. NVAX on the 5-minute, it's already above the moving averages, and it is I can't see the opening range here for some reason. Let me get rid of, I have a lot of lines here that I don't care about anymore. These were from a previous trade, so let me see if I can delete them all. Drawings, remove drawings, clear drawing set. Okay, we get rid of that. Okay, that's much cleaner. So now I can see the opening range is right here. So I already missed the opening range breakout on that one. Let me see. Zoom I can enter right now. let me see, I'm doing just 10 shares right now, so let me buy the ask with 10 shares on Zoom. Okay, so let's monitor those two. So I have a Lulu and Zoom. MVAX, I missed it. Unless it pulls back to the moving average, then I can enter again. It's 1 million shares trading. Zoom is about 3 million shares, and the volume is climbing, so there is demand for Zoom. Let me take a look at Lulu. Lulu is moving really well. Look at that. Look at that. That's good volume and keeps climbing. So I can see the price is in demand. These are moments when you say, gee, I wish I had done 1,000 shares, but today I decided not to really trade. That's why this is all set up with the small size, because I want to test my theories. I intuitively think I know they work, but today and maybe in the next couple of days I'm going to be just testing my entries, and this kind of a self-observation of what I'm doing. Let me see, Zoom is moving, volume is kind of flattening out. Let me put a line here to see where the thing is going. I put an horizontal line, let me see, right there. Okay, so you see it kind of was moving up and then flattening, and look, it's moving up again. So that's good. That's good. Let's go back to Lulu. Let's see how the market is doing. Let me check it out. The market is the S&P futures is struggling to stay above the opening range. Let's see if it bounces back up here. It's the 10 moving average is under the 20, but trying to cross above. So let's see, let's be patient here. Let's start to move up, and the Nasdaq futures are climbing, but they're still within the range. So far, I would say, the internals are looking okay. There's nothing to brag about. Look at the cumulative ticks here. They're like barely above positive. So it is not bad, it's just not exciting. So I'm gonna just stick with my two. Let me see what else is there. Nvidia has crossed above the opening range, but it doesn't look that hot on the daily. It's pretty flat, so there's a lot of resistance right around here, a lot of resistance right around there, so I'm not gonna touch that guy. MVAX, again, this is the one I missed before on the daily. Looks like it could trouble quite a bit, so I'm gonna keep an eye for it to pull back a little bit and maybe enter. Let me check my Zoom again. Zoom is doing good. That's my horizontal line that I drew a while ago, which shows me if it's climbing or not. And my Lulu is up there. It's has a little bit of pullback in volume and up, so that's not bad at all. Alright, I'm gonna continue monitoring this, and I'll put in a pause. It is 9. Let me see if I can. I can't move my clock to show it to you. It's 9:04 in Houston, so it's 10:04 in New York. So it's been 34 minutes of action. So let me put it on pause now. I'll be back for results. Okay, I'm back. It's only a few minutes later, but I just want to show you this. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA has really, really moved up and is strong. It's 1.4 million shares traded right now. The spread is big. It's a 50-cent spread, so have to be cautious with that. The reason I didn't enter this trade is because of the amount of resistance is up there. Look at that. I was looking at the daily. Well, that's up there. That's a big major resistance at that level, at the orange line. But there is another level that I didn't draw here, which is right around there, right around 542. So all of this congestion up there is what made me think that this baby is not going to move much further. But however, the trading range is 18 and it's moved only close to 9 right now, so there's a lot of space. I didn't enter it. I missed it. My fault. Volume is moving up. Look at this. It's climbing slowly but surely. Let me know that I'm here. Let me look at my other guys. Zoom is doing really good. With 10 shares, I'm making $70 here, so that's not bad at all. I use sometimes a little bit of the RSI to show me whether it's an overbought position. I don't really care too much about this. I just have it there for I don't know, just because it's there. My volume is flattening out. It goes going down and going up. This is all the buying and selling action. Let's see how the market is doing at this moment. By the way, it's only 9:10 now, so it's been 30-40 minutes since the market opened. This is my futures. The S&P futures managed to pull back inside the opening range, and the Nasdaq futures is trying to break out and reclaim the 10 moving average and reclaim the 20 moving average. So it's looking decent. The advanced indicator is showing me climbing for the Nasdaq and for the New York Stock Exchange. Also, volume is kind of flat. Volume advance and decline, and on the Nasdaq is about flat, and on the New York Stock Exchange is also kind of flat. My ticks are still like barely moving up or moving down. It's a tiny bit under the zero line, so it's very flat. Ticks are very, very flat right now. My VIX is moving up, moving down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's hope it moves down now. So I'm keeping an eye on these guys here, the market internals, because my stocks move with it. I saw a little bit of deterioration here on my Zoom. Let me take a look at the Lulu. Lulu pulled back, is moving back up again. My volume on sales and buying is moving up again, so that's good news. That's but the volume is very small for Lulu. My gosh, it's only 213,000 shares after it's almost 45 minutes of action. So no wonder the spread is huge. Look at that, the 75-cent spread. So I'm gonna keep my eye on all of this. NVIDIA is still moving up. Take two. Let me see. Take two. TTWO. That's a nice jump. Spread is not bad. 18 cents. Get that buying activities up and down, up and down, up and down. It's only 100,000. It's a very slow day today. Let me see what my. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let me see what my relative volume indicator shows exactly what I'm seeing. It's in red now, which means the volume is lower than the average over the last week of the last 7 days or 5 days, something like that. But it is this is the Nasdaq is moving sideways, maybe a little bit up, but the volume is really low. Relative volume is really low. So no wonder I see this 100,000 shares in take two. Oops, what did I do? I just messed up my screen. Okay. Zoom still moving up. There's no reason to sell yet. Let's look for a reason to sell. On the daily is under the 10 moving average, so it has moved 27 out of the 32. So let's calculate what my target is gonna be here. Right now the low is 394.57, and my ATR 14 ATR is 32.58. If I did those 427, I usually do a little under. Let's take 3 under, so 424.15, 224.15, 424.15. Okay, let's say sell. Okay, so I'm gonna sell my 10 shares. That would be the ATR minus 3, because the ATR is so huge. Is 32. So I'm not gonna go for the whole ATR. I'm gonna subtract 3 out of that. So that's 29.58 from the current low, which is 394.57. That's giving me my target. So I'm gonna take a look at that. Let me see if Lulu. Lulu's struggling to stay above, but this is staying above, so I'm not complaining. Let's do the same approach here. The ATR, the current low is 375.06, and my ATR is 1138. So and I'm gonna subtract. That's not too big, so I'm gonna subtract 2. So my target would be 384.44. Let me do that. 384.44. 384.44. That would be my target, okay, based on ATR. Let me draw a line here to see what's happening with volume. Buying and selling volume. That's a line in the sand. It shows me that it's kind of declining a little bit. What I want to see is this guy moving up. There is no big buying here. Let me see. Daily volume is still in 220,000. That's very small. Let me see what Apple is doing. Apple's daily volume is 22.7 million, so now you can see the difference between something that is trading at high volume versus the others. I could enter Apple, but the Apple, ever since they split, the ATR became really small for the past 14 periods. So it's only $3.24. I don't like to trade that small. And right now the range is 173, so it's about half. So in theory, it has a space to go up. These are my lines from yesterday. So let me get rid of that. Those lines. Remove drawings. Yeah. Okay, that's gone. That's clean now. So I do have Apple on my swing account. Oops, something closed. Let me see. Did I hit a target? Let me see. Zoom closed. Okay, look at that. 10 shares. I made $100. And let me see where my Lulu is. Because my Lulu is still working its way up. There's no reason to sell it right now. So I'm gonna go hunt for something else. I'm gonna put this on pause now, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It's 9:23 in Houston, 10:23 in New York, so it's not an hour yet. I just wanted to. Getting close to shutting down my Lulu. It's a little bit frustrating. It's moving slowly. The volume is really low. It's 241,000. I want to show you something here. My internals. Since the S&P futures is moving sideways right around opening range breakout. Opening range. And the Nasdaq is also moving. It's moving up, but not very strong. But however, it is above the moving averages. It's above the opening range. This one is also above the moving averages and above the moving range, but nothing very exciting. Relative volume is still lower than the last 14 days. And here is my view of the SPY, the QQQ, and the DIA, the diamonds, the Qs, and the SPY. They are all three trading under the moving average on the 15-minute chart. Okay, and this is the daily view. So there was a gap here. Maybe this tried to close the gap and move up. So that looks good. Everything is moving in the right direction. Everything is moving up. However, this is not exciting. This is not what I would call a trading day for me. That's why I decided not to trade today. Actually, I did. 10 shares here and 10 shares there, but it's not a trading day. All my universe is in suspense here. See, nothing really clear. My Zoom already pulled back, so that's a good thing that I put a target and I hit the target. My Lulu is struggling, so I'm probably gonna get out very soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna lower my target. Let me lower my target right now. Here's my target. I'm gonna lower it right now, just to close it, because this is not going anywhere. I'd rather do something else with my time. It hasn't moved that far compared to ATR. Daily volume is still very low. Volume of buying is declining, although I see a little bit of a tick up here. So let's see. I'm about break even now in Lulu. I might as well put a stop loss somewhere. Let me see, where do I want? I want to put my stop loss right underneath VWAP. That's my VWAP, the dotted line. So I'm gonna put it right underneath, which is 378.6. How about that? 378.6. 378.6. There you go. I love my system because it tells me that to link the order, so it's an OCO. If this one triggers, this one gets deleted, and vice versa. So now I have my target and my stop loss, and let's see how it goes. I'm just gonna let it breathe there for a little bit. I don't see anything else. I missed Nvidia, which has moved strongly above opening range. Let me see. That's my Nvidia on the 5-minute. It moved strongly, and I missed it completely. OSTK is moving slowly. I don't see anything else. My Apple is struggling to stay above the move. So this is not an exciting day. Okay, so I'm glad I did this today because I was not going to trade, but I thought, what the hell, let's record and document some of the activity and my thinking. It may help others. As you may have noticed, I have a lot of tools, but they are not indicators. Okay, these are gauges basically. This is like when you're driving a car and you're checking, you have enough gas, if your tires pressure are good. That's what this is. This is market internal. So I look under the hood, I see what's going on in the market. Oh yeah, everything is looking okay. My ticks are like basically non-existent, meaning they are like flat. So I look at my things like my relative volume, which is, oops, I think I just hit my target. I just hit my target, yes. What I did $10. I did about a dollar on 10 shares. So 1 times 10, $10. So that's not a bad day for not intending to trade, but getting busy with documenting this. This is gonna be good for me to review, to keep reminding me of what I'm doing, what my edge is. Everybody hears about that famous word, edge, and this is what edge is. Edge is nothing else than your methodology. I am very much into opening range breakouts. That's my specialty. This is my opening range. That's why I enter here. It struggled to go up, and then I move I set my target based on the ATR and the low, but I knew that this guy was struggling getting there, so I set my much lower target here, and then I set my stop right here under the VWAP to make sure that I didn't go, that if the market makes a quick turn, I didn't lose bigger than what I should. So again, this is to tell you that I'm an opening range guy. I do inside 5 minutes, inside 15 minutes, inside hours. This is my hourly view, by the way. Your strategy could be anything. Could be a crossover of moving averages. It could be anything really. But as long as you stick to your rules, one of my rules is to not enter anything before the first 15 minutes of the day. Hey, sometimes the action on the first minute is huge and you want to be a first minute player. I'm not one of those. I like to take my time. I like to relax. I like to see what the market is doing. I like to see if the volume is right for the markets, and I should play full hand, or I should not play at all, or I should play half hand or a quarter hand. So that's your edge. Know what you are doing. If you are learn everything you can learn. Practice. I mean, these days I can do 10 shares. In the old days, if I did 10 shares for fun, I would be paying like $9 to get in, $9 to get out. Right there is $20. I would have lost here already $10. But these days is when companies like TD Ameritrade and others don't charge anything for entering and leaving a trade. This is a way to practice. You can do a 1 share, you can do 2 shares, 5, 10, 20. Until your edge is clear, until you know what you're doing. Look, for example, here I'm seeing a triangle that is forming, right? So maybe this is gonna hit here and then turn back up. I don't know, but the point is, it's 9:31, 9:32 in Houston, 10:32 in New York. It's been an hour, and that was my day for me. If this was a regular day, I probably would have made 2 more trades, three more trades, and it would not have been 10 shares. It would have been 200, 300, 500 shares. My universe is all composed of companies that are trading the 300s, 400s, so I can do a lot of volume. Like if you were playing a $10 a $10 stock. But that's me. That's what I found over the years, that this is what works for me. And for you, something else may work. You may be fast at scalping, and do tremendous gains, just getting in and out quick. That's not me. So once you find yourself, you have to practice everything what works for you, and it takes time. It's not an overnight thing. It takes years to get good at this, and it takes a lot of patience. Like today, I decided not to trade. I did trade two small positions. Let me see what my Zoom is doing. You see, Zoom is I got out right around here, so that was a good call, and it was a good call because you may say it's intuition, but it was not intuition. It's really doing this day in and day out. The more practice, the more practice that you do, the more intuition you develop. It's not a sixth sense. It is actually, you have seen this so many times that you kind of feel it, that you know what's going to happen. Again, it's not a sixth sense. It's not something like a super power, super mental power of some sort. Now, just experience, just practice, and these days, as I said before, with two shares, you can practice all day long. I mean, and you may end up losing $20, or you may be making $20, but that's the winning or losing is not the point. Is cementing your strategy, knowing how to plan for your entries, knowing how to plan for your exits, and executing. So anyway, hope this helps everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.